Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Everyday Woman series here on the Speak Up Sis YouTube channel. My name is Angel Charmaine, and I am your host for the entire month of September. We've got 30 women, one woman each day, who shows up in the space to share just a little bit of her story. And this month, our theme is lessons lived, laughed, learned. That's right. So the women are showing up to share just a little bit about a time when they made a decision that turned into a lesson that they had to live through. Maybe they laugh at it now, maybe they don't, but they all definitely learned something valuable. And we are doing this because it is important for women to stand in solidarity with one another to say, look, sis, I've been there. I made some decisions that maybe weren't the best, but guess what? You're going to make it. This too shall pass. You are not by yourself. And we all make mistakes, but we learn from them and we keep moving. So if you're watching this and you're a young woman and you've made some decisions and you're just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to live through this. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't trust. Join us here for the remaining days in this month and listen to what these women are saying. We've had some people with some insurance fraud. We've had some people stealing from their jobs. We've had all sorts of decisions that have been made so far that when we look back on it, we laugh at it. But my goodness, I'm sure in the moment they didn't know if they were going to make it. So I'm telling you, sis, you're going to get through it and you're going to be okay. Just keep coming back here and watching these women and be encouraged. So tonight we've got another amazing woman who is in the space, and you're gonna like her. I think you all are gonna like her. She's new to the Speak Up Sis space, and we're gonna hear from her in just a second. But before we do, I want to make sure that I thank tonight's sponsor. Healthy Mom Life is the sponsor for tonight. And it's a business that helps everyday moms rediscover their potential as they navigate through everyday life. Listen, I probably needed some of that. I'm sure I did. I probably still do. So listen, they also in this business have coaching for moms. So if you're a mom and you need some help navigating mamahood, then make sure you reach out to Healthy Mom Life. They also help with healthy family meal planning. So, y'all know how we do. Get somebody to help you out with that. And they also provide family dynamics counseling. So if you need some help with your kids or your husband or your wife or whatever, just reach out to them and see if they can help you. So thank you very much, Healthy Mom Life, for sponsoring today's episode of Everyday Woman series. So let's go ahead and bring up the woman of the hour. How are you doing, Denise?
Hey, I am doing well. How are you doing this evening?
I am doing well. I'm so excited. I'm always happy when we get some new faces in the Speak Up Sis community. And so I just want to say thank you for trusting the space to share your testimony, a little bit of yourself with us. So thank you, and I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you too. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to share. I always am looking for ways to express what I've been through so that another woman or another younger woman or woman don't have to go through it. So,
That's
yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
listen, there are some older women who probably need to hear it too. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yes. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of the way. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. The floor is yours.
All right. So, hello, ladies. Let's adjust this just a little bit. There we go. That's much better. So I am Healthy Mom Life. My name is Denise Henry, and I'm so glad to be here to talk with you, to share with you some of my experiences concerning just trusting your gut and just going with your gut. That can hopefully give you inspiration and motivation to not only trust your gut and go with your gut, but also give you the confidence to make decisions and that concerns your life and your well-being, and the things that you want to do and aspire to do in life and everyday life. So I want to share one, maybe two experiences that I've encountered over my years of being on this earth that have really helped shape me to be where I am right now as far as just going with my gut. So let's start with the first scenario. This experience happened when I was in college, and I was in my own apartment. At the time, I had just moved into a new apartment with my girlfriend, who's my sister friend, still to this day. And we had just moved into a new apartment. We're getting things settled. But it was also a weekend where there was a lot going on. That particular weekend, there was parties, there was, a lot of different events and whatnot that was going on. And when I started moving my things from one place to another, I was like, oh, I'll go. It'll be fun. It'll be a nice break from, putting stuff in the apartment, unpacking, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be like, a stress reliever, just a break. And so as I began to do that, unpacking my room, unpacking the apartment and different things like that, I started to get this weird little feeling. And at the time, I wasn't a new believer, but I was actually learning what it meant to follow Jesus, what it meant to follow, after him. And so I was still discovering that. And so as the night, drew closer for us, for us to go and, go to this party, to this event, I just kept feeling a very strong nudging, a very strong just, push not to go. And, at first I was like, oh, maybe I'm just tired. I started to reason it out. I'm tired. Oh, I'm just, maybe it's, I don't want to, go with the people that we were going with. Maybe it's the people, blah, blah. Well, I decided to ignore those nudgings, those pushes, those feelings. And I went ahead and went out with my roommates and friend. I went out, there were a bunch of other people with us who had come into town to also go in that type of thing. So we went, and the place that we were going to was about 45 minutes away from where we live, from where our school was. And so we get there, we're having a good time, we're enjoying ourselves. And one of the very first things that happened was that we went to we parked in a parking spot that it was like, how they have the little red covers over the meters, pretty much like, do not park here. Well, we parked there. And at first we're like, oh, it'll be okay. They have it covered. You can't park in these particular spots, right? So when it was time for us to leave and come back to the car was gone. It had been towed. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what are we going to do now? How are we going to get back to school? So again, you would have thought we would have taken that nudge, at least me would have taken that extra nudge and said, hey, maybe I need to go home. Like, this is not for me. I need to go do something else. Nope, ignored that warning sign again. So we decided to go to an after party at a nightclub. At this after party at the nightclub, guess what breaks out? A fight. A fight breaks out, and there are people running, scattering, and all of a sudden we start to hear gunshots. It was mass chaos, craziness. And in the midst of all of that, one of the people that was with us, my roommate and I, she got hit in the head with a glass bottle and wound up going to the hospital. Like, we got separated. It was crazy. So not only did we have to figure out where everyone was in our party, but we then also had to go to the hospital to check on her, to see where she was, to see if she was okay. And that whole night was a disaster. It was a disaster. And from that experience, after, I got home, finally got home, it was the next day, like early in the morning, we finally got home. I got home and I started to think, why didn't I, why did I go? Why did I choose to go? Why didn't I listen to the nudge, to my gut that was giving me the feels of saying, hey girl, you need to stay yourself here, you know? And I began to think about that. And so at that time, I didn't want to be left alone at the new apartment. It was filled with boxes. Who wants to deal with that, right? I didn't want to feel like I was being like the sourpuss of the group and just different things like that. But ultimately, not trusting my gut, not going with my gut, cost me even more, cost me chaos. It cost me, time away from actually probably doing something more enjoyable and relaxing and peaceful. And so, with that, I want to just encourage you, ladies, to trust your gut. They talk about, woman's intuition and how that's really so spot on, or mother's intuition. I believe that there's something to that. I believe that we were uniquely created to have a certain unction of what's right and what's not right, what to do and what not to do. And so when we follow that, I believe that there's safety in that. There's peace in that when we choose to just go with our gut of what we've got going on. And that can relate not just in your personal life, but business. Sometimes every business deal that comes along is not the business deal for you. Even though it's opportunity, it may not be the right one for you. As good as it may look, as good as it may sound. And so I just want to encourage you, ladies, to trust what's on the inside of you. Trust those instincts that says, no, I'm not quite feeling that. No, I probably shouldn't do that. No, probably shouldn't go there. Or no, I probably shouldn't date him or her. You know what I mean? And so with that, I thank you for allowing me to come into your space, to come into your world, your living room, your kitchen, your car, wherever you are, to just share how important your gut is, your gut feelings are, whereby you can take them and not experience the chaos and the crazy that comes along with going against what you're feeling and to be true. So with that, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Listen, that was a good share. I think anyone who's gone out to college, or even if you've ever left home to just kind of go out and be on your own, has experienced that. I
Yeah.
don't think there are any of us who have not experienced that feeling of
Yeah.
being out, having the freedom to do whatever you want to do, and knowing, I call it a knowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I say, it's in my knowing place. Like
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't, but and even like for the reasons that you brought up, right? I don't want to be bored. I don't want to be the boring person.
Yeah. I don't
Or
want to be the sourpuss.
exactly, I don't want to be the one who never wants to go out or whatever. And so I was LOLing in the chat because I said, how you gonna get your vehicle towed and keep partying? Like,
Right? We did. We totally did.
whose car was towed? Was it yours?
It was my roommate friend. So
Okay.
it was her car because I didn't have a car at the time. It was her car that got
And
towed.
so she's just like, girl, we'll deal with it later.
No, well, she was upset, but again, we were with other people, and so there were other vehicles, and it was like we'll take care of it, no biggie, it'll be fine.
My goodness. Now you at the club, got head folk getting their head bust open and all kind of foolishness when
Yeah,
all you really need to do is stay home and unpack
right. Or to even just chill out.
and just chill out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So listen, take heed to your gut when your belly tells you this is not a good idea. And I like at the end how you likened it to all sorts of decisions. I think for women, most of us don't listen to our gut when we are dealing with relationships.
Yeah.
Like red flags going up or like it's a whole golf course out there. Like a whole golf course. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yep.
be the caddy to get around all the red flags with this dude.
Correct.
But we still push it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We
maybe
try
I'll
to make it okay. Yeah.
try to make it okay. Exactly. So thank you for sharing tonight. It's a good share. I hope that people have listened and will take heed and actually begin to just at least stop and
Yeah.
consider their gut, right? Prior
Mm-hmm.
to pushing through. So thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
Do you have any last words to share? And if not, you can let the people know how they can contact you.
For sure. No, I don't have any other things outside of,
Okay.
hey, just look me up on social media. I'm on Facebook at Healthy Mom Life LLC. That's my page. I'm on Facebook. And then I'm also on Instagram at The Healthy Mom Life. And that's the _Healthy Mom Life on Instagram. I'm also on Clubhouse. I don't know how poppin' Clubhouse is still, but I'm also on Clubhouse at the _Healthy Mom Life as well. So look me up. If you need any of my services, you can reach me by email at admin@healthymomlife.us, and I will be glad to assist you in any way that I can.
That's what's up. And everybody, www.healthymomlife.us is the website. Go check her out and utilize the sources if you the services if you need them. All right. So you all
Indeed.
have a wonderful night tonight, and we will see you tomorrow for day
Bye-bye.
18.
Thank
You
you
have
so
a
much for
good one,
having
okay?
me.
Oh, you're most welcome. Most welcome. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.